Hello, bonjour. Welcome back to my kitchen. I was out in the garden doing a little bit of work, and it was time for a break, and I thought I'd make a little lunch. I guess you call it brunch now, because I'm going to make some mini quiche. And I thought I'd come on here and show you how, because they're super easy and super delicious. So what you're going to need is some mini tart shells. I'm just using the pre-made Dominion, I think, no name brand. You can make your own pastry and use that if you want. And we're not going to blind bake today. Blind baking is when you bake the pie crust and then put your filling in. I'm actually going to use just a straight uncooked pastry today. And before I begin, what I like to do is put a little indentation with my fork into the bottom of each crust. If you want to get fancy, you can make a little cross in the bottom. And what this does, it helps when the pastry is cooking, it helps it from rising up underneath. Really helpful if you were doing a blind bake, actually. I've often heard telling people putting marbles and different things in there just to help with that. Now, got all that done. Next thing we need to do is take our ingredients. These are going to be ham and cheese with a bit of chives from my garden already. I know, super excited when I saw those. So we had a cook's ham cooked yesterday. We had our in-laws over, or my in-laws, hubby's dad and stepmom, and we had a glaze on this ham. And one of my favorite things to do is make quiche the next day. So all I'm going to do is take a little bit of this ham and put in, I got it chopped up rather small, and we're going to put some in the bottom of each one. Super easy. The kids can help you make these even. I remember when I lived in Inuvik, I worked for this lady, Cecile Whitney. And I never used to like quiche until I had her quiche. And they were amazing. And they had this little bit of sweetness to them. And yeah, ever since, that's what I just make my own. And they really do taste similar to hers. Yeah. Thank you, Cecile, for a wonderful quiche. Every time, actually, pretty much every time I have a cooked ham, I will go ahead and make some of these quiche. Now, I'm not sure, so just have a little peek over them, make sure they're kind of, you know, somewhat uniform. If you see you got too much in one, well, you know, take it out and put it in the other. So, here we go. So just a little bit like that. Now, next thing I'm going to do is take some cheese. I just got some marble grated and some Parmesan grated. You can use whatever cheese you like, Swiss, extra old, cheddar, whatever. And now I'm going to put a little bit of that on top of each one of those again. And yeah, I simply just grab a little pinch, a little bit more than a pinch, I guess, and just simply lay it on top. Like I said, these are super easy and super quick and super delicious, seriously. I think that one might have a bit too much Parmesan. Not too much, but more Parmesan than cheddar. Look at me go. That'll tell you I grated the right amount of cheese. I cut up the perfect amount of ham. That's how often I make them. Yeah, now for the chives. These are my chives. I just picked them that minute out in the garden. And they're just starting to bloom. Excellent. So what I'm going to do, you can take these and, you know, you can chop them on your board with your knife, like, or you can just take your scissors, which I find just as easy. And yeah, I'm just going to put a little chives on top of each one. If you don't have chives, you can absolutely use green onion. If you have some onions, oh, you should smell these. If you have some onions growing in your garden, you can absolutely take some of the green tips of those and use that. Take my flour out. Although you can certainly eat it. I made the most gorgeous chive flour vinegar last year. I do believe that recipe's on my site. If not, I'm going to have to put it there now, aren't I? So, I don't want to waste any. Make sure I didn't miss any. I think I missed this one. Now, if you don't like onion or chive, you can certainly omit it. If you don't have any on hand, you can use something like this Epicure 3 onion, which I use quite regularly. It's got shallots and chives and green onion, I believe, in there. So if you want, you can even just sprinkle a little bit of that right over the top too. A pinch more just to make it even. And that 3 onion has a gorgeous flavor. I use it in almost everything. It's super convenient when you don't have onion. And no, I don't sell Epicure. But I do know people that do. I can hook you up. Now, the next step we're going to do is add our milk and eggs. If you want, you can put a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. I'm not going to because my ham, as you know, ham is a little bit salty, and yeah, I don't really need the pepper. Yeah, it's going to be good just like it is. Now, I never measure this. A rule of thumb, as I heard, is a half a cup of milk per egg. I think I only use a half a cup of milk for 2 eggs because I like my quiche a little more firm, I guess you say. And yeah, I'm just going to see. I got about a half a cup measured up here now. I am going to move some of this stuff out of your way. And I am going to take a couple of Peggy's gorgeous eggs. There goes my oven. Peggy has the nicest chickens and the nicest eggs. And they're farm fresh. She doesn't have big farm. She's just got chickens and a rooster, but just listen to it. I like to break mine in a bowl, as you can tell, just to be sure. Goodness, I mean, look. And I got a shell. You can just simply, if I had water, I would put my finger in water and then it comes out really easily, look. But I never. I just put my finger in there. But look at the yolk on this egg is beautiful. Now, I'm going to put this one in here in case I get a shell in this one or something funky with the eggs happens, which usually don't. And look again, another gorgeous egg. She certainly does take very good care of her chickens. Now I'm going to give them a nice little whisk. You can even tell by the color of this. Like, look at the yolk. You won't get that color yolk in a supermarket egg. I don't think so. Now, for the milk, let's see. Yeah, I don't even think I used a half a cup. I'm thinking, hold on, no. Hold on, I think. No. Yeah, a half a cup is more than enough. In my opinion. In my quiche, anyway. So give it a really good whisk because you want it nice and fluffy. And yes, I did put an S on the end of my want. My students in Inuvik used to make fun of me. Miss Jules, you put S's on the ends of everything. That's it. That's who I am. And now I'm going to take this egg and pour it over the ingredients that are in the quiche. Or soon to be quiche anyway. And you would use a bowl, but I find just doing it in the measure is easier because you can pour it out a lot nicer. And you want to fill these just about to the top because they're going to puff up because they're eggs. My goodness, I can certainly smell those chives. Look at that. And I even had 13. So by rights, this would probably make 12 quiche. But I have a baker's dozen here today. Now, what I'm going to do, as you heard, my oven is already preheated. I'm going to take them and put them in there. It's on about 375, and these won't take as long as a big quiche, so maybe like 30, 35 minutes. You'll see them get a little golden brown, so have an eye to them, and yeah, give this recipe a try. I'm sure you'll love it. Don't forget to sprinkle of love. Okay, hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye.